Fucking goalies.
They really are. Name, is that your name?
I never played defense in my life.
Can you stay backward?
Yeah. So, you guys allergic to the net or nah?
I know, man. I'm trying to record.
So I'll have to stay for the 11.
Are we, we're all good for next week? Okay. That's because there's no games. I won't see you, I guess, until I see you there.
Just I won't do any like pre-game, pre-week crap. I'll start it on Thursday when day one is, right? It's Thursday, Sunday like a normal.
No, Friday.
Oh, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, just
Alright, cool.
3 days. 3 days, no cut.
So I'm gonna take a couple days off next week, I think.
You deserve it, Tim.
What?
So you deserve it. Had that day off since the 3rd.
March 3rd is my last day off. I'm over it. So I need to go.
Take a boil. Breather.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I need some. Oh, I see. That same deal? Same
Yeah.
as we did before?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Make it fun.
Same times?
Yeah.
We were talking about Champions Tour, you know.
It's
A little looser.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
looser,
Yeah, more
so
fun.
everything is, pretty casual.
You guys
Did you guys, not bad. Go up to St. Patrick's Day night? That's nice.
No, I meant to tell you that I lied to you about that. Not only was the game here
No.
not technically on St.
Yeah, that's
Patrick's
what I
Day,
figured out.
but I think that O'Kane's is still open.
Yes.
Through the rest of the month.
Oh, they didn't
Well,
do it.
it's
March
okay.
29th.
So I meant to tell you that, I lied to you 2 times.
Okay.
All right, we got
Sorry
Ian
about
McKinnon and Cade Borchard for you.
Thanks.
How we doing?
What's up, gents?
How we doing? How's it going, man?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Ian, we'll start with you. Just still season left. You guys in a good spot, but where's the frustration level at in the locker room right now?
Yeah, it can be tough after a stretch of games like this. Obviously, we don't want to be losing 3 in a row, but yeah, I mean, part of this is, it happens to a lot of teams every year, and you got to stick with it and just stick to the process, and maybe hopefully get the next one. And yeah, I mean, we try to keep it, keep it light, but we got to take ownership for our losses and make sure we don't do it again.
There's no easy game. It's in the division, right? Even though they're last place doesn't mean anything. Still a hockey team. Just what is it about them that seems to can frustrate you guys a little bit?
I mean, I think we've done pretty well against them this year. But any night, whatever team brings it, from the start usually gets the job done. So maybe we just have to have a better start against these guys and know they're going to, maybe run and gun us a little more than we're used to. But we got to be able to bounce back and put the game on our side.
I'll ask Cade this question, man. You're leading the ECHL in goals. Now a nice opportunity here with the Firebirds. We've got 4 games in a row with 1 goal. Do you think you can help add some needed scoring punch right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just taking it day by day, and I feel like I'm getting more comfortable each game. But yeah, I mean, that's something I do take pride in, and I think I can contribute. But yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to get in the lineup every night and do what I can, but not look too far ahead.
Yeah, Cade, is it kind of a unusual situation to join the team, right, sort of in the midst of the playoff, crunch time here? How is it to sort of acclimate yourself to that playoff race?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is such a good group on the ice and off. They made it easy for my transition to come into this league, and yeah, I love hockey so much. It's a fun time to come here, and yeah, it's such a good group of guys, and it's been fun so far. So hopefully we can get out of this little slump here and get rolling.
Yeah, I'll ask you this, Ian. How do you get out of a scoring slump? I mean, obviously, if you could snap your fingers, you would do it. But what does it take to kind of change the momentum in a way like that? Sometimes?
Yeah, I just think when we're light on bodies right now, and guys are getting more opportunity. We just got to keep it a little more simple. Getting pucks to the net from the the point, and it's on our forwards to to find space in front of that net and bang home some rebounds. But yeah, sometimes you just have to open the floodgates a bit. It seems like we're stuck a little, but there's a lot of talented players in our room, and there's no doubt that any of these guys can put a couple in every night. But we'll get rolling here soon.
Sounds good. Thanks. I think we're good, guys. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Can you guys play forward defense?
I do. Judd, you found the back of the net the other night in the men's league. You Firebirds Adult C League.
We are the defending champions.
Okay, tryouts are on Monday.
Coach, just where you guys are in the standings, where we are at this point in the season, there's still some games left. Not overly panicked, but what's the frustration like in the room right now?
Well, the guys are frustrated, right? We're pretty beat up hockey club right now. We got a lot of guys out, and the guys that are elevated are these are you look at how young our lineup was tonight. It's pretty young, and these guys are trying to play in critical moments in a critical time of the year. So, we're scoring 1 goal a game, and it shows. But we had chances tonight. We had some really good looks where I think we had 13 scoring chances in the third period. So, and veteran guys probably bury some of those chances, and the young kids are just trying to find their way. So at the end of the day, you can't fault the guys for putting the effort in. Like, that's 4 pretty good efforts for us. But if you look at the first and second period today, it's almost like, you know, and it's a sign of a real young team when we're just kind of dipping our toes in the water to see which way the game's going to go. And the game went their way. And so in the third period, we had to come back with some urgency. We found some spirit in our game. I addressed the guys about that. So we have to find that urgency early on. No matter where you are, you're in the American Hockey League. Like if you're a first-year player, you're not a rookie anymore. You're a first-year player. So we have to try. You know, we got to go into Calgary, and you know, there's two more teams that are battling for those 2 points. So we have to just take that next step.
Can you flip this into some positive, some critical moments, some adversity for the young guys to be in this?
Well, I talked about it after the game. You know, these are learning moments, and then you have to pick yourself up and get ready for the next game. You can't sit there and feel sorry for yourself because nobody is. And every team in the American Hockey League goes through this. It's part of the process. That's what the American Hockey League's all about. It's about players getting called up. It's about playing through injuries. It's about young guys filling spots. And unfortunately, it's coming for us right now. We've been pretty healthy all year, and we lost a defenseman tonight. We might lose a forward, so we were getting thin at the Acrisure.
Yeah, Coach, speaking of some of those, you know, the thin lineup, I wanted to ask you about Ryan Jones. I noticed you had to put him in on the offensive side tonight. How difficult is that for a player to make a shift like that, and how did you feel like he did?
Well, you know what? It's fun. It's fun for the defenseman to go up and play forward sometimes. And my experience is when you put those guys up, they just go out and freewheel. And I thought he was pretty good early on. He was in on the forecheck, made some great plays on the wall, slashed a couple times, and then we lost a defenseman, and then he goes back to the back end. So it kind of worked out in our favor tonight for Jonesy. So he was good about it. You know, he didn't play the last game, and then he said, "Hey, we're going to put you up front tonight. We're forward short." Stevens couldn't go, so. You know, obviously, it actually worked out good for us.
Thanks.
Coach, can you call upon personally a couple decades of coaching experience where you've got to the end of the season, you're still in a good spot, had a really good year, but you get that home stretch and you got to kind of just keep it together to the playoffs?
Well, you focus on the next game. Like, you don't focus about the playoffs. You don't focus about the next 11. You focus on the next game in Calgary, and you go from there. That's how you have to approach it, right? We're in one right now, and we got to find a way out of it, right? We lost 2-1. It's not the end of the world, right? We lost 2-1 the last game, so we're not generating enough offense, but we're getting chances, so that's a good sign. So we have to talk about just finishing, and we talked about putting more bodies to the net tonight, which we did. I thought the guys did a good job, but if we can bottle up that third period and start the next game in Calgary that way, we'll be fine. That was the message to the guys. Like, hey, it's hockey. Like, everybody goes through it, deal with it, move on. All good? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
See you guys. Good road trip, yeah.